Welcome to Heal Podcast, the podcast where we dive deep into the latest topics in health and wellness. I'm your host, Shiv, and today we are tackling a topic that affects millions of children and adults worldwide: attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or known as ADHD. Whether you are a parent, educator, or someone living with ADHD, this episode is for you. Well, explore what ADHD is, how it's diagnosed, and the latest treatment option available. Let's get started. What is ADHD? First thing first, what exactly is ADHD? ADHD is a neurodevelopmental disorder that affects both children and adults. It's characterized by symptoms of inattention, hyperactivity, and impulsivity. But it is not just about being easily distracted or fidgety. ADHD can significantly impact a person's ability to function in school, at work, and in social settings. According to the Diagnostic Statistics Manual of Mental Disorder, known as DSM-5, ADHD is diagnosed based on specific criteria. They need to exhibit at least symptom of inattention or hyperactivity impulsivity for at least 6 months. For adults, the threshold is slightly lower. 5 symptoms are needed. These symptoms must be present in multiple settings, like at home, social events, schools, and work, and they must interfere with daily functioning. The science behind ADHD. Now let's talk about the science behind ADHD. The exact cause of ADHD is not fully understood, but the research suggests is a combination of genetic, environmental, and neurological factors. Studies have shown that certain brain regions like prefrontal cortex, basal ganglia, and cerebellum may be smaller in individuals with ADHD. These areas are involved in execute functions like planning, impulsive control, and attention. Neurotransmitters, particularly dopamine and norepinephrine, also play a key role. People with ADHD may have different in high on how this neurotransmitter function, which can affect their ability to focus and regulate behavior. This is why medication that targets this neurotransmitter, like stimulant, are often effective in managing ADHD symptoms. Diagnosing ADHD. Diagnosing ADHD is not as simple as filling out the checklist. It requires a comprehensive evaluation by healthcare professionals. For children, this often involves input from parents, teachers, and caregivers. Rating scales like Connors rating scales or the Vanderbilt ADHD diagnostic rating scales are commonly used to assess symptoms across the different settings. For adults, the process can be a little bit more challenging. Many adults with ADHD has been living with the condition for years without a diagnosis. They may have developed a coping mechanism but still struggle with things like time management, organization, and maintaining relationship. Self-report skills like adult ADHD self-report scale can be helpful in identifying symptoms, treatment, and options. Now let's talk about treatments. ADHD management typically involves the combination of pharmacological and non-pharmacological approaches. For children, especially those under 6 years old, behavior intervention like parent training and cognitive behavior therapy are often the first line of treatment. This therapy can help improve family dynamics, cutting out unhealthy foods and supplement social skills and academic performance. In case of adults, when it comes to medication, stimulants like methylphenidate and amphetamine are the most commonly prescribed. They work by increasing the level of dopamine and norepinephrine in the brain, which helps to improve focus and reduce impulsivity. However, stimulants aren't for everyone. Some people may experience side effects like appetite suppression, insomnia, or increase the heart rate. For those who can tolerate stimulant, non-stimulant medication like atomoxetine, guanfacine, and clonidine are available. This medication work differently than stimulant and may be better option for individual with certain medical condition or a history of substance abuse. Living with ADHD. Living with ADHD can be challenging, but with the right support and treatment, individual with ADHD can thrive. It's important to set a realistic goals and celebrate small victories for parents of children with ADHD. Stay involved on their child treatment plan and working closely with educator can make a big difference. For adults with ADHD, find strategy to stay organized and manage time effectively can be life-changing. Tools like planner, reminders, and breaking tasks into smaller steps can help. And remember, it's okay to ask for help, whether it's from a therapist, support group, or the loved ones. You don't have to navigate ADHD alone. Myth and misconception. Before we wrap up the video, let's bust some common myth about ADHD. One of the big misconception is that ADHD is just a kid thing. In reality, many adults have ADHD, but it can affect every aspect of their lives and their career to their relationship. Another myth is that ADHD is caused by bad parenting or too much screening time, while environmental factor can play a role. ADHD is primarily a neurobiological condition, and no, ADHD is just an excuse for being lazy or unmotivated. It's a real diagnosable a condition that requires a proper treatment and support. Conclusion and resources. ADHD is a complex condition, but with the right tool and support, individual with ADHD can lead a fulfilling lives. If you or someone you know struggling with ADHD, don't hesitate to reach out to healthcare professional for help. For more information, check out the resources we have linked on the show notes, including National Health, Mental Health, Canadian ADHD Resources Alliance, APA, and PubMed. And if you found this podcast helpful, please share it with someone who might benefit from it. Thank you for tuning in into Health Podcast. I'm your Shiv, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our audio podcast on your favorite platform and leave us some review if you enjoy the show. Until next time, take care of your health because it matters a lot. Thank you and goodbye.